Welcome back to FFB, amigos. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been here. I missed out on a couple. I had to be away, but I had the amazing Matt from the Stamford Sink, fortunately covering for me during this period. So excited to be back now with you for this very important match. It's a must win. It's a must win. We say that about every match. But the reality, this is a must win. And it's a must win mostly because it's Spurs. And this is that kind of match that no matter what's happening during the season, what's happened so far, what position we are in, absolutely nothing matters except winning this match. I think even though we have a young crop of players, not many of them have been long at Chelsea, certainly understand football rivalry. And this, my friends, amigos, this is one of the big rivalries. Legendary matches, Battle of the Bridge, and many, many, many times. And we have an amazing record against these fools. We are in for some chicken. We're going to eat some chicken today. I don't care. Like I said, I don't even care what happens or what's happening. If we've been doing well, we haven't been doing well. It's completely irrelevant when it comes down to this match, when it comes down to what's going to happen today. Let's try to look into it. We have a few minutes to go. I'm going to set up my stream to be able to watch the match with you guys. I will be also finding a way to tell you my time. I'm going to have a timer going on. Those of you who have joined me before, I always set up my timer, so you see once the kickoff starts, you'll be able to line up if you want to hear in real time my unsolicited opinions during the match. And if not, well, don't get ahead of me and let me know. As many of you know already, travel a lot. I sometimes watch these matches in places where the signal's a little bit slower. So let's see what we got today. Let's see if we don't end up having a very slow signal. I'm actually hopeful because where I was on the road. I was a lot on cellular data. That's why I couldn't do some of the watch-alongs that we were doing before. But now, amigos, now I'm back to home base. It's not my home, but it's my home base in Colombia. And I think that the signal might be significantly better. And we shouldn't run into any issues. However, if anything happens, if you see anything, drop me a comment in the chat so I can try to do something about it. But I'm heading in there right now. Very excited. I'm pretty sure the pre-match has already started so I can get some of the visuals. And I'm going to bring up as well the lineup. I've been hearing things. I start my lives a little bit closer to the time. And there's a strategic strategic reason why I do that, amigos. I'll explain that to you. But it's strategic. But also, I think some of them, they go a little too long. And I know some of you guys like me, but you're not going to want to listen to me for 1 hour before the match and 2 hours during the match and about half an hour later. That's too much. And then watch my video afterwards. That's a little too much to ask of you guys. As kind as you are, as lovely as my fans are, I wouldn't call you fans. They're my friends that come and join the match. Certainly a match like today, I'm very excited. I got to set up headset. I got to do a bunch of things. I'm jumping in late. Here we go. I hope that's not too loud. Let me put that volume down. Yeah. Match is going to start. Players taking the field. Let's look at what we have today in terms of our lineups. First, let me mention something. Van de Ven is a great center back. And I was looking at Spurs and what they have going on. And to be honest, man, they've got a lot of players out due to injury. So even that excuse has to be completely removed. In terms of Chelsea, I know we have some injuries, especially Cole Palmer. But that is not an excuse. These guys have I think 8 to 10 players that are actually injured as well. So fair game in in terms of that. Like we were saying before, it's a place where we've gone and been able to enjoy very delicious aviary dishes. We've eaten some chicken, and there's no reason we're not going to do that today. And we line up today. I see speed. I see speed in the squad. And that's incredibly reasonable given the opposition that we have today. Let's go over it. Why do I say I see speed? Because we're going to see Fofana in center back. Some of you are very pissed and saying, why the hell are we constantly changing our center backs? Well, a lot of it's because of injury. And I think in this scenario, it's adapting. Also, it's a little bit about adapting to the speed we're going to see in the counter. We know that Spurs like to play in space, like to run in behind, like to counter very fast. So actually, it makes sense that Maresca, I understand why Maresca would go with a quicker center back, aside from many other reasons that he may have, which reminds me, we have Gusto and James, and we're sometimes wondering which one's the right back, which one's going to play in the middle. In this scenario, I think it's going to be Gusto. Why? Because there's going to be a lot of running back and forth, and I don't think we want to put that on Reece James. He's going to be, I think he's going to drop into that DM slot. If we have opportunities, we have high possession, we have three in the back. Potentially, at times, if Cucurella has been pinned back. And if not, he's going to sit there pretty. I don't think we'll see him go up as much. And we're going to have Malo Gusto doing a lot of the running. People who criticize him, Dago, my man. Good to see you, brother. Very excited to have you back at the channel. Again, I haven't seen you since the World Cup. Let's go. That's right. Let's go, Chelsea. We're going to do it. That was one of my oldest subscribers. One of the first people that joined me in the live. So I'm very happy to have you back, amigo. Much love. Yeah, I think we will win. I mean, there's no excuses. There's no excuses not to win. And then I think that same thing applies. You know, Garnacho and Pedro, no surprises. We're not seeing Estevao. And I think because Pedro Neto has a lot more defensive ability, certainly backtracking is a little bit more organized. Estevao could be a little bit vulnerable, although I love it and I'd love to see him there. Then we have Enzo Fernandez in the 10. He's the mature one. He's the more experienced one. I get why we would try to do that in the 10. Maybe some of us want to see Estevao or want to see Joao Pedro and see Guiu up there, but I get it. We're going with experience. Joao Pedro in the 9 doesn't bother me in this game. He hasn't had a lot of luck. He seems a little bit tired, but I believe this game is going to see a lot of space. And the reason that he's struggled in the past few games is because we have played against some low blocks or in some weird conditions, and when you had to do a lot, I know he likes to drop deep. Of course, a concern that if he drops deep a lot, what does that mean? That means that Neto has to do an overlap. That means that Garnacho has to beat his man and run into the box to get that cross, probably coming from Neto from the second post. So really, really excited about that. So I'm not, look, I think it's more about tactics in this game rather than the players that we have. I don't see anybody. Would I like to see Josh Champong just because of, feelings? Yes. Would I like to see Mark Guiu? I think that's the only one that I would question. Estevao and Guiu. Guiu is a 9. Again, not about quality. He's not Hernan Crespo or Didier Drogba, but in function. And I think that might be important sometimes but I think, especially against a low block. Maybe he's thinking we'll bring him in when legs tire a little bit and he's a hell of a presser, and we'll bring Estevao who'll run at you really, really hard. Although Estevao can lead himself vulnerable for counters a little bit. Let's see what he's thinking. Romeo Lavia, I would have loved to see him because I think transition is huge in this match. I actually think this match was called for him. I'm going to assume there's some sort of injury or something why he can't play there. On the opposition team, I'm happy to see Xavi Simons on that bench and not ours. I was never a fan. I never believed it. In this modern time in social media, we just tend to hype up players like we do with young players, trying to hype them up too much, and I don't think that's called for. I'm looking at the scenes. Sanchez on camera right now. Team's starting to come up. There we go. Moises. Everybody knows. Hashtag Moyboy. I'm a Moyboy. Moises Caicedo fans out there. We believe. I am highly concerned. My friend Dago, let me tell you something. I don't know if you know this. And to all my other Moyboys out there. Moises Caicedo has been playing hurt. He has not been training normally for over a month. And this, my heritage is Ecuadorian. I'm not having that man get injured. Not for Chelsea, and certainly with Ecuador, with the World Cup coming up, we cannot afford to have this man have an injury. That really pisses me off, and to see Lavia on the bench is a little bit concerning because of that too. This is a game where he cannot rest, absolutely, but we have to get to a place where he can get some rest this year to recover and avoid injury. We are now looking at the teams. Let me go get my headset so I can actually, as much as I don't like listening to the regular pundits, guys, and especially in Spanish, I don't know which ones are worse. Some are terrible. I like in England that they have some really cool legends coming to talk. I'm not talking about Neville, Gary Neville, but Thierry Henry. I think that's in the U.S. Like in the U.S. and England, some panels have really amazing legends that speak to do commentary and stuff like this on the matches, and that's you gotta admit that's cool. In Spanish, not so much. We could. I mean, we could have like Agüero. He tries to be a bit of a commentary guy. That'd be cool to get him. But I don't think they you don't see that often. You don't see like big legends doing commentary, to be completely honest. All right, we got the lineups coming up. Again, Robert Sanchez. In goal, I didn't even mention during the lineup Cucurella because obviously Cucurella, there's some things that are just obvious. I mean, nowadays, Chalobah is obvious whether you like it or not. Cucurella is always going to be obvious. Same thing with Caicedo. And Fernandez is, he's just going to be there always for Enzo Maresca. His tocayo. He's got his tocayo. He's always going to play him. Come on! We got this. The lineup. I'll go over it again, amigo. We have Sanchez in goal. Reece James on the right. Fofana and Chalobah, center backs. Cucurella on the left. Malo Gusto and Caicedo in the middle. Pedro Neto on the right wing. Fernandez as a 10. Garnacho on the left. And João Pedro as the striker today. So, again, not mad at it. I possibly would have liked to see something different. Maybe seeing Q. But I get it. It's a big match, and there's going to be space. This is a great night for João Pedro to get back to what he was up to. They're in the huddle now. I'm going to start getting ready to get the time kicked off. All the Chelsea players in the huddle. Our captain, my captain, Reece James, talking it up to the amigos, everybody. And there's a lot of amigos in Chelsea. That's exciting for us South Americans too. A lot of Spanish-speaking players. And more than that, a lot of Latino players. That brings some flair. Just wait until Esteban gets into his rhythm. We're hoping he doesn't turn into one of those stories of that coulda, woulda, shoulda type things. And he really becomes what he can become. And we're still not ready. Maresca's not really ready to see him as a 9. We hear this in Latin America a lot. They want him to fill out. He's not strong enough. They need to put him to the gym. Hola, amigo Mo, the Blue Lounge. Everybody else out here. And kickoff. And we're off, amigos. And the game is started. Mo, welcome. Everybody check out the Blue Lounge. Great content creator from Chelsea. I learned a lot from him. He's been doing it for a while. He's kind enough to invite me to these amazing game reviews that we do, or previews, or after, usually once a week. We have a chat about all things Chelsea, good, bad, or ugly. I'm usually the one talking about the bad and the ugly, so thank you, Mo, for having that patience with me. Everybody, please give it a like on the video if you haven't done so far. Those of you who joined, come on. We're going to get this. 42 seconds gone. Garnacho in a bit of a battle. Did he get a little bit of an elbow to the head? Good. I hope he does. Get him a little heated up. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Look at a lot of space on the left-hand side. Spurs doesn't find it. Ooh, they try to put out Cucurella. Tonight we're going to celebrate, Mo. I think we're going to celebrate. I need to. I need it. I need it. Okay, a lot of aggression from Reece James there. I like it. Garnacho doesn't go in for the second ball. Don't like it. Fernandez down into the ground. Spurs has the ball. Looking up. Finds space in behind Cucurella. Will they put in the cross? See, they're more aggressive in their play than we are. I feel a little bit with the possession. Although in that play they didn't do it. They decided to settle. That allows us to set up. So that's great. That's what I don't like we allow oppositions to do, to be honest. Ooh, Pedro, nice recovery. Nice. Chalaba been asked to play the right center back. Other times be the left center back. And that, it doesn't seem like a difference to some of us. But let me tell you, it's a difference. It's a difference. It's different how people come at you, You stick out your right foot versus your left foot naturally. Same thing. That's why right backs and left backs playing, when they play on the opposite side, can be very tricky. It's not too different from center backs, especially when we play. We demand our center backs to play out the back. That matters too. Sort of where they're positioned. If they're going to cut in to try to find a pass to come out. That's right, my friend Dago. Dago's old school. That was old school fandom in here. Respect. Let me see if I can get these. Got Bergvall taking a little bit of a hit. Are we seeing an injury? I'm going to put the headset on because I don't want to make noise for you guys. It happened last time. You were like, complaining. What is that? What is that Spanish in the background? It was the game feed. But I'm not going to put you guys through that unnecessary pain. Let's see. Game stopped. That's kind of a long time. Yeah, more than I expected. I wonder if he's got like a concussion check or something. I didn't see it very well. It didn't seem too harsh, to be honest. But maybe I missed something. Seems like a little bit of overkill. They take cat injuries and stuff like really seriously. Yeah, he's coming out, but he's coming back in. By the way, those of you that see that red carnation, or like we would call in the US a carnation, but that red flower, they do it every November in England. It's like a remembrance thing. Nice gesture. You see all the teams do it. There are a lot of cool traditions that you see in England. Like in the FA Cup, you have the Royals, which is fun for us overseas people to see. I know some of you in the UK don't love it. The Guard of Honor is one of the most beautiful traditions in English football. A lot of cool stuff. Number 7, Pedro Neto. Ooh, nice ball into Garnacho. Now Garnacho, not space. No, don't worry. They had no space there. That's fine. Reece James. I like seeing Reece at the edge of the box. I love seeing him wide and doing some damage, but at the edge of the box is really good too because he can put in a cross, an early cross like the one he was going to put in. R1 square. Depends how you have your buttons configured. Or we know he can score from outside the box nicely. So I ain't scared. I ain't scared that he's not on the right wing necessarily if he's able to have an impact on the game. And set pieces. Chelsea are doing one of the best teams in the league on scoring set pieces. And one of the worst teams in defending them. Isn't that crazy? What's going on now? Xavi Stevens coming on. Is that Romero on the floor? That dude is dirty, filthy, nasty. I hate him. Unless he would be on my team. If he was on my team, I'd love him. But, man. Bergwall out. Xavi Simons in. You know what upsets me about this? Is that because we could have gotten him and he's been sucking and I don't like it and I'm glad we didn't. This is the thing where it's like, this game he'll choose to be freaking Messi or something. Here goes. Here goes. Ball in. Oh, no, that's a foul. Fofana literally did some wrestling moves. Let's see that struggle. A lot of struggle in there. I'm getting this derby. Oh, wow, vibes. Betancourt just like body slammed. They were both going at it. Nothing was going to come of that corner. Okay, Spurs are going to go long on this one. The Vicar. Chicken Vicar. Is going to go long. Would I go long against Chelsea? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we've dealt, the long throw-ins have been a problem. Floated balls. You know who was brilliant against us? They did something brilliant, was Brentford. When they had an opportunity to whip in a cross from a set piece that was a little far from the box, they didn't even whip it in with pace. They floated it in. And in the spirit of the long throw-in this season that we've seen in the Premier League, it's proven hard to defend, not just for Chelsea, but for a lot of teams, especially for Chelsea, but for a lot of teams. So really interesting to see the ball going in without pace. Caicedo, excellent defending. We've got the ball. Sanchez. Are we going to play out? Or are we going to play long? Play out. Play out from the back. They're pressing with almost 5. Ooh, they're setting up a press. They had their left back come up too. And he plays long. Tricking everybody. Great idea, poor execution. He could have found João Pedro actually in space. Once that left back that I told you came up, just gave us the chance. Ooh. Wow. Okay, Cucurella recovers nicely. Go Garni. Go Garni. Go Garni. There you go. You got to press. You got to press. There. Press the Vicar. Excellent. Playing out the back. Caicedo in a header to Fernandes to James. No, Jamie. That little bouncy ball in the middle, not a fan. Let's keep the ball to the ground. Basics, amigos. Basics. Fofana. I like Fofana. I just think he hasn't been able to hit form. Because he's injured all the time. Cuckoo. We're under pressure, trying to play out. If we break this press, we can have an interesting play. João Pedro. Foul on João Pedro. What he tried to do there, I think is what we need to see more against low presses, which is that little flick. When he's got the center back on his back. Ooh, Enzo Fernandes plays it early. Nice. Into Pedro. He's in the box. Nobody coming. He has to gain some time. Ooh. Beat Spence, which had a hell of a run a few minutes ago. Corner kick. Good Pedro and good Fernandes seeing him. That's what we need to see. Concentration, focus. We've got this, amigos. Again, another set piece, same side, another bit of practice. Surprisingly, Cuckoo is too close. He's usually the first post flicker. I got some jokes about that flicker, but I can't just say stuff like that. It's inappropriate. Pedro Neto. Garni on the opposite side. Things are sort of mixed up and weird. Puts in across to... that wasn't the time. Ooh, Cuckoo. Ooba. Takes a shot. Look at that confidence of Spurs playing out, and they lose the ball. They get the foul, though. Kudos. Kudos. Kudos, amigos. Let me check something out here. I want to pull up some stats as well. Always good fodder for conversation. Always good for conversation. Chelsea, Spurs. Oh no, I messed up the feed. That was dumb. Now I gotta fix that. Time to do a stat check. See if our vibes are correct. The vibes are slightly open, nobody organized, no major possession, Chelsea slated, but Chelsea side's advantage given that we've had a couple of set pieces that we made nothing of, but 2 corner kicks. Let's check out some stats. We don't do the long throw in. You know, I'm curious about, I'm not curious about that. It's the whole obsession with possession. But a lot of teams, even Man City, the king of possession, Pep Guardiola, has changed a lot of things about his games, man, and the way he plays in his idea of football. And that's one of them. We've seen a little bit of long balls, quick counters into space, even when opportunity is to hold possession. But we don't do it. We don't do it. Let's check out some stats. Cuckoo playing back. See, this is not a hard press from Spurs. Fofana plays nicely. You guys remember? Remember Fofana? He was good. Like a Champong, but with experience. Garni, good. Laid off. Hey, no, they're not going to give you that. Play. Don't complain, play. Like, raise your hand, complain, like, yeah, but keep playing. From Fernandez there. Joe in space nicely. Garni, good. Cross, gets corner. Now we're talking about third corner. Let's take some advantage of it. Total shots, just 1 from the whole game. So, yeah, a whole lot of nothing happening. But we have possession. Not surprising. Even though we're away. Corner kick coming in. Cuckoo's coming short on both sides. I suspect some shenanigans coming soon. I'm not sure why he's doing that. That's different. That's new. Man, I believe in Fofana. Fee-fi Fofana. Fofana. And Joe Pedro. You did well, man. Remember when you used to play good a month ago? You put in a couple of headers. Okay, there's the shenanigans. Cuckoo runs in. Into the... Oba, boba. Okay, don't lose the ball there. Shh. Just control it. It's okay. Let's hold possession. Very good turn by Fernandez. Does he get a free kick? Yeah, he'll get a free kick for the second one for sure. Oh, no. That, to me, amigos, that's what shenanigans be about. Let me get this. I'm going to get this Premier League thing out of Premier League logo. Let's turn it off. There we go. Get a little bit of room to breathe. Like, do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Uh-oh. Malo, see, but his recovery, he lost the ball, but his speed is just freaking nuts. I think Maresca really likes him because he does whatever he's asked to do, even if it's crazy stuff. And his physicality, he's just the guy who runs for days. Very fast and recovers really quickly. He is sitting in the right back position now, and James in the middle. Gusto, great. Goes to ground very well. Caicedo goes in late. Dangerous cross. Okay, look up, look up, look up, look up, look up. Well, too late. Okay. Possession. Possession now. Let's go, amigos. Vamos. Yeah, I'm hearing these Spanish dudes saying that we can't play out. No, that's not true. We're able to play out. We're just not. We don't have clarity in transition because look at the press. They're not pressing. Look at that. They're letting us just hold the ball there. Then they trigger the press. They trigger the press on the midfielder there when Joao Pedro is dropping deep, which I told you guys he's going to drop deep. Not a huge fan of that, especially against the high line. Unless you're enabling a run in behind. That would be probably better. Those of you in the chat, if you haven't dropped a like, drop a like. Drop a like. This is, I don't like how we're playing out the back. Now a press came and we have to clear. Joao Pedro is good with his back to the defenders. Okay, we made it through. Neto. This is what I like about Pedro. He can win. There he goes. He wins. He beats his man, puts in the cross. Not a good cross. Will Cuckoo make it? He does. And excellent. Back to Moy. Moy, nice ball into Garnacho. Will he beat his man? Probably not. Puts in a cross. Nothing comes from it. Looks like we get a throw in, amigos. Garnier. Enzo, his famous find the right back ball. James takes a shot. You're allowed to. You're allowed to, James. In James, we believe. So, stats so far. XG, 0.03. Of course, no clarity in our attacks, but 2 shots. On target, none. But the ball, somebody had the intent of damaging Spurs. And Spurs have been unable to do anything like that. Look how high we're pressing. See the difference? So that means, let me see, and we're stretched. Caicedo anticipates really well. As always. Nice ball into Garnacho. Enzo to Garnacho. His compatriot on the left-hand side. Is he going to beat his man? Goes in wide. No, he's not. Garnacho, don't make me hate you, man. There we go. Nice shot. Ooh. To keeper. Good. Good, good. He's insisting. This is what I've been saying about, because a lot of people are Garnacho fans. I'm not. I'd never wanted him to team, whatever, because he's just potential FC. He could potentially become an amazing player. But since he's come to Chelsea, I think they've given him too much credit because, you know, an own goal and a really crappy goal, you know, he's been involved, and that's good. He gets credit from me because he's trying, he's moving, he's active in the game. Where I think what we need there, and he hasn't been delivering on, I've been looking at the stats. He hasn't been beating his man that often. Oh, man. Gusto gave away a corner. We expect things like this. But Garnacho, we need, I know it's a lot to ask, but that's what we need from a winger that we're coming in with his experience. Again, not of age, but experience in the Premier League. You got to beat your man. You got to meet your man, brother, and put in a cross. You got to beat your man and take a shot. It's not enough to run at, at your marker. We had Madueke do that a lot. He would beat his man, but then a poor cross or a poor shot. That's that little piece we're missing. And I think he can get there. He didn't with United as much as United, like people that were critical to him in Manchester United was sort of that, like the end product wasn't there, but he's still young, and that's what we need. That's why I'm critical of him. I need you to beat your man. You saw what Pedro Neto did in the prior play. That's what you need to do. You need to be terrifying to these fools, and I think you'll do it today. I'm gonna trust you. We're poor at defending corners and set pieces, but we did well. We cleared that one. Second ball goes in, and Shalova viene, goes to a corner. Chalo, ba. Now we're 2-2 on corners, I think. Am I right? 3-1, actually. 3-2 with this one. These scare me. This scares me. And this Spurs with under Thomas Frank, which I believe is a great coach. Well, great's a big word, but he's a good coach. He's far more pragmatic. He's not going to go high line 90 minutes and risk, if he gets a goal, they might become a little bit harder to break down, and that's not something I'm looking forward to. And you can see it here. This is not the Spurs of old. Sanchez, whoo, he made it. That was a long trip he took. Thank you for making it, buddy. I actually think that, he's a great coach, and he is not, it's not beneath him to, if he scores one, drop into a lower block. And then, that makes me uncomfortable. Even at home, I think he would do that. Not like a park the bus situation, but certainly tighten up a little bit. They gave space to Cucurella to run into. You can't take advantage. Spurs now on the ball. Man, Caicedo. That won't count as an interception or a recovery. But he pressed the living crap out of that dude, pushed him 10 meters back, and made him play back to his center back. Killed the play all the way back to the keeper. Best DM in the world. Muy boy. Muy boy. I'm a muy boy, baby. Malo gusto. Got new hair. He's got the new style. Let's see if that new style pays off today. Now the inverteds are inverted, but see, that makes me nervous. You see how Reece James was in the middle, and Malo Gusto is called to do that too. There was some space there. Here we go. Gusto on attack, which he should run wide, but they don't see. That's where I know it's the coach. You see all that room he had? He's got the speed. He could have beaten his man easily, but that's not what I want him to do. No goals yet, Dago. No goals yet. We're looking at, nice play. Garnacho. Decent cross. But good defending from Spurs. And patiently play out the back. And they beat the press. But no. Cuckoo. Yes. Now we got a game. Yes, so Caicedo. Come on. Yeah, no goals. And no gals either. I don't have... Not at this time, Dago. 0-0, 0-0. But Chelsea are doing all right. I think we're the better of the two teams. We're not doing enough to deserve a goal or earn a goal or score a goal or anything like that. I don't see how the goal's going to come so far based on patterns of play. You would think it's called for Garnacho and or Pedro in that order. Garnacho first and Pedro. We're getting played through and behind their man to put in a solid cross. But Spurs have been defending well. That's sort of the avenue. I'm not too hopeful about that avenue. Or as always, a set piece. But we haven't done very well on those so far. We've had 3 shots. 1 technically on target, but nothing good. Oh no. Gusto hesitated, gave room. Now, waiting on Spence. He plays in the middle. Kudus can't take a right-hand shot, a right-footed shot, so in the box, please, no penalties. Malo Gusto blocks well. Vamos. Vamos. Okay. No. It was a Vicar down. Vicar down. That'd be kind of tough for them. I mean, I don't give two craps, but that would be good for us. Get another. For them, they already have a lot of injuries. And your main goalkeeper, that's a big one. And I'd like to know more about why Bergvall was taken out. I mean, was it because like a technicality that there is a hand injury or whatever, or like a team policy, or he actually had signs of a concussion? Thomas Frank heavily involved, giving more instructions as he should. His team does not have the upper hand. They're at home. Our man is talking to the captain. No major instructions apparently. No, not enough. Not enough. I don't say enough. Not much passion from Maresca. Vicario went down the ground, but he's back up. It seems like something, like it wasn't, he didn't take somebody kicked him or anything, but. The captain hearing a little bit of something from the referee. All right, here comes a set piece. Our nightmare. Not today. Not today, though, amigos. Today we're going to defend very well on set pieces. A mix of zone into the second post. Cleared by Joe Pedro. That's the other thing. Joe Pedro's good in the air, so defensively that matters as well. All right, here we go. He was gonna do it. He was gonna go short. I'm like, what? Even I was like, what are you doing, dude? Go along with that throw in as long as you possibly can. You're close enough. Ooh. Look at that. Do you see that shot on the camera right now? Chelsea took out 3 players. Look at that Jack Daniels. People be throwing Jack Daniels. They went with the long throw-in. They're like, oh, you want to go with the long throw-in? We decided to throw 3 players to the midline, which pins back at least 3 players. So that means their center backs are probably in the box, and they had to send 3 players back to the halfway line. That's for Sanchez. Okay, now look up. You got 3 fools up there. Play with the hand. Yes, nice. Good. Let's make them regret it. Let's make them regret it. Play it wide. Malo, 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 malo. You got there. Put it in. Okay. Ooh. Quick. We lost the edge. All right. I like that we showed that threat. Malo, bad ball by Enzo. Yeah, that was a bad pass. Sanchez, that was kind of very poor, but Fernandez did really well to play that. That was a bad pass. That wasn't Fernandez. I think it was Pedro who played the first ball. The second ball was bad from Fernandez. He ruined the attack with that, which is really rare. Oh, all alone, 1-on-1. Joe Pedro. Now we have a match. Come on. Finally, a shot on target. We should have had that. We can't miss that. Okay, this got exciting, amigos. This got exciting. Well, do we feel we're vulnerable there too? I don't like it. Great shot. A lot of power. Kudus, good player. but nothing. Huge mistake. Garnacho press. Dude, it looked like a pass through one-on-one. It doesn't get better than that. I'd like to see the angle a little bit. The goalkeeper, Vicario, came out very well and very quickly to close that angle, but Xavi Simons. Oh, Fofana. Nice. Fofana bad. Why would you do that? Play into a forest of people. Gusto goes down in recovery. Does well. Hygienic. Nice. Clean. Okay. Now we need the in defense. I like that fact that we had that ballsy move to keep the 3 players up. Oh no, amigo, Joe Pedro. I should have just curled it into the far post. We'd be up. We'd be up where we belong, where the eagles fly on a mountain high. Okay, here we see. We decide to go press now. Yes, no? Maybe? Why? Why is Pedro? Okay, yeah. Pedro was super deep. How deep is your love, Joe Pedro? Play back to the keeper, which will get pressed. So play. Don't do foolishness. That was not terrible, but not good either. Okay, now we got set. Gusto playing wide on the right. That's why I'd like to see him, but play him through. Garnacho in acres of space. Papi. Come on. That's what I'm saying about Garnacho, guys. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me later, when in my reviews I'm saying stuff. Moises violently recovers, as always. Oh, and he recovers again in the box. Vamos, Moy! Vamos! Gol! Vamos! Gol! Golazo! Vamos! Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro. Yes. This goal, I'm giving it to Moy. Look at that first recovery. Smashes into the dude. Then Pedro does a stupid pass, but he doesn't give up. Presses 1 player, 2 players, goes back, presses the first guy again. Gets fouled. He still pulls back. Has a presence of mind to know Joao Pedro is there and is able to pass him the ball. Look at that monster. Oh, recovery. Get the hell out of here, son. Pedro, you stole it from me and messed up? Don't worry. I'll go back. Press 1. Press 2. Got it back from him. Touches me. Doesn't matter. Pass. Assist for Moy Boy. Vamos, Moy. And Joao Pedro can't miss that one. I'm good. He needed it for his confidence, too. Yes. Oh, Joao Pedro. Okay, now Tottenham are in a world of shit. Because they don't have possession. They did have a little bit of clarity in a couple of attacks, but we sort of gave them that. And I don't think they have their crap together. I don't think they have the game plan. And I think the fact that Bergvall came out sort of hurt that, and Xavi Simons in there. I don't know. He's like that inside 10, left-sided 10. That's right, Dago. Moy, man of the match so far. I'm going to give it... I'm too much of a Moy boy. I'm always trying to give him accolades and awards way too early. But so far, he's done great. And that goal, of course, it goes to Joao Pedro, but he gets the assist. And I would say there's very few players that have the cojones, the physicality to press in a way to generate that goal like he did. Ooh, vamos. Sanchez. See, exactly. We need to relax. No, not like that. That was unnecessary clearance. Don't foul him there, Fernandez. Muy bien. Very good, Malagusto. Down the ground again in recovery. One of the most harshly criticized Chelsea players. He's definitely been playing on the right. Not allowed to go wide. Yes, my friend Dago. Very good. And, you know, I don't think... We had more possession. It's not like we were kicking their butts, but we had more possession, more chances. Tottenham have not found their feet in this match. I have not seen them find their feet. But this is terrifying as always. A long piece. Daily Focus. Amigo. What up? Welcome to the feed. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, man. Love you too, buddy. Here comes in a set piece. Terrifying for Chelsea defending of late. Horrible, horrible Pedro Porro. You did a very poor job, sir. Ooh, Pedro Neto. I like that, Sanchez. If you just joined daily, make sure to hit the like. We can get every like. We're looking for every like that we can get. We need to break some records today. Today we're gonna eat some chicken. 3-point lane. We already had a little bit of a wing, but we're gonna go through the whole chicken. We're gonna have them breasts. We're gonna have both wings. We're gonna have a little drumstick with a little barbecue. We can maybe deep fry. We can deep fry half of it. A fake. Where do you get? I'm assuming if you're getting those, they're probably cheaper. Where do you get the cheap? And look, it's not like I'm trying to steal from the team and buying pirated crappy stuff. But sometimes you can't get the older kits, right? So sometimes those knockoffs are better. So yeah, man, if you can drop a link into the chat for all the fans. We're always interesting to see where we can get some good gear. Ooh, nice. DH gate. Cuckoo pressing all the way onto the right-hand side, not allowing Kudus to play, putting on the pressure, slowing down when they're trying to get a breath. They're trying to get in the game. We are smothering them. That's what I am talking about. 40 quid. For those of you out there, that's maybe 50, 60 bucks. On average for all the kits. Oh no, Fofa. P5 Fofana. That's not a handball though, right? I mean it was a hand. His hand touched the ball, but I don't think it's a handball. Cuckoo playing a dumb ball. Not the time to lose our cool. I think we got this. Like, you just not be dumb. We can go to halftime 1-up. If we're not gonna continue if we're not gonna counter them, because they're gonna hit us hard these next 5 minutes, we should focus on a counter. All three cost 50 quid total. Holy schnitzel. Are they like hand drawn? Are they like a white t-shirt just colored in with crayons or something? I'm joking. I'm pretty sure there's pretty good knockoffs out there. Dude, I'm going to check out. I'm looking at DH Gate this afternoon. Is that like a... I'm hoping it's worldwide, not just a British thing. You guys get too much football, cool stuff. Some of us overseas have to... Okay, they're in the box. Sorry, I got to focus on this. A good player, but Cucurella is on him. But see how he gets that cross in? That's what we need Garnacho to do. He gets the cross in even though he had 2 players on him. And now we're on the counter. Enzo's not the fastest guy. Garni, you are. This is your job. See? Why are you slowing down? He should have beaten his man there. Winger speed. But okay. So we slowed down the play and we won it back. Fine. We're winning 1-0. I can do it. One long sleeve home, one short sleeve, one away kit. Dude, that's an amazing deal. For 50 quid. Amigo Dago, excellent question. Why wasn't I on the last live? I was traveling, man. I was traveling in Mexico. Sounds so sweet, I really got to go. Mexico. I had to go to Mexico for work. I gotta earn a living. I still can't earn a living doing this. Nice cross! Right at the middle of the box. Right into the middle of the box. Great opportunity for Joao Pedro. Oh, I couldn't. I was traveling. But my friend, Matt, he has a channel called the Stanford Sink. He covered for me. Really cool dude. Cool channel. His stuff is so better than mine. Like, his artwork, his images. He's a designer, so his stuff looks just cool. I might ask him to help me with my stuff. Yeah. And it's hard on the road to do the live because you need to have the feed. I'll show you guys a picture of my setup one day, but you need to have the feed at the same time, and the camera, and the thing, and the chat. And just traveling on a laptop with shoddy internet is really difficult. Okay, set piece. We're going in. Nice cross into the first post. We're obsessed with the first post and crosses. I've been saying this in the last few games. I think it's some sort of obsession with stats that tell us that that first post flick into the second post cross has a better conversion rate. But most teams are doing it. Like you're seeing with the long throw. They're proving so well that now more teams are doing it, and then the stats will shift, right? You know what I mean, do you? Does it sound like I'm just making stuff up? Oh, very good defending by Caicedo. And recovers again, and doesn't lose the ball. You are a beast demon animal. Blue Demon. There's a Mexican wrestler called Blue Demon. And he wears a blue mask, obviously. I think I'm a Moy boy, and he's the Blue Demon. I'm going to buy him a mask and send it to him. He should wear the Blue Demon mask. Oh, you didn't see Garnacho made a run in behind, and he wasn't being followed. I like that about Garnacho. The second time he's done that. That, I'll give him props to him for. 6 people on the feed. Those of you who haven't given us a like, please give us a like. As I was saying before, I still have to have a day job, man. Because I need more and more of us to join this community so we can watch the games together. I'm just so happy and grateful that all of you are here today. I'll take a break to say that. Because I think we're under control. 6 added minutes. Okay. I thought we weren't going to get that many. So I shouldn't be relaxing yet. But thank you. I'm super grateful to have you guys join. And it's just fun. It's just really fun to watch the game with you guys. This is my favorite part of doing content creation. Oh, mama, what a pass. Ay, Garnacho. What a poor first touch. He would have been through. Was that Chalova with the pass? I love Chalova. I don't care what they said. Yes, he had a couple of bad games, but you can't blame all the poor defending on him. We'll talk about that in the video in midweek. You can't blame the man for all the poor defending he's done. He's not getting the coverage he needed. Others let him down. Liam Delap. Then we're going to talk about that in halftime. which is the player we would have seen today. I think we would have seen the lap and Joao Pedro in the 10. That makes it a lot stronger. The ball, the game is sloppy. Oh, big mistake. The Vicar manages to clear. Attentive. Vicar sharp. Malo gusto. For all that don't speak Spanish, I say this often. It's hilarious, that name. It means like bad taste, like poor taste. You have a poor taste in players. Or is de muy mal gusto? Did that guy just murder Reece James? Okay, don't go shenanigans. I like to see Caicedo controlling everybody. Caicedo is captain material. I hope he really grows into it. Right now, we have to have control. We cannot fall into discipline. We cannot have another red card. Dago, I don't know if you know this. If you've been watching a lot of the matches. And I might be off by one game with the stat I'm about to tell you, but Chelsea have had like 6 red cards in the last 7-8 games. It's insane. It's like never seen in football. Holy shit, he stepped on Reece James. Dude, that's a red card. That could be a red card. Or Ronaldo. Who did it? That was like a Romero level disgustingness. At the minimum, a yellow, yeah. That was a harsh. He's walking, though. Thank El Lord. Thank El Lord. James, a yellow? Calm down, dude. Why? For saying owie? I'm sure he said something horrible to somebody. I wouldn't blame him. But it's kind of stupid to have given... I don't know. Maybe he talked about the referee's mama. That's maybe what happened. Maybe. He's getting an explanation. He's like, what? He didn't like it or believe it? He did not like that or believe it. He'd be Bitching. James still arguing with his man Betancourt, but looks like they made up though. It's not fighting so good. We burnt the time at the end of the day. It wasn't worth the yellow on James. James in midfield on a yellow, no bueno. And I don't trust anyone in our team with discipline lately because of the stat that I gave you. I haven't heard of the record. It is or it isn't. It has to be a record of some kind. Liam Delap. That'll be our talk right as soon as the whistle goes. We'll talk about that red card. And because that was a lot of drama. Like a lot of the press conference today, half of the press conference today was talking about the Liam Delap. Not even the red card, but Maresca's handling of it. Oh no. Colomwani played it wide as he should have. Great save by Sanchez. Great shot, great save. Thank you, Sanchez. But I think it was an offside. Nice play by Spurs. No. Xavi Simons, please continue to suck. Pedro gives him a little body check. Lets him know he's there. Nice recovery from James. Another player went down to the ground. Joe Pedro goes in strong. They recover. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. We're 1 minute away from going to get some Lucozade. That's British Gatorade, for those of y'all that don't know. We're 1 minute away from the break. Breather. Stand. Hold your ground. Stay organized. Follow your runners. Follow your runners. All right. Crab cross by Kudus. And I think that's the first half. That might be the first half, amigos. Kudos. Very involved in the game, Kudos. Yeah, Pedro, I think, made a meal of it. Let's see. He grabs the ball, but he does take a little bit of Pedro's soul. Well, not his soul. This is the one with Sanchez blocks. Oh, no, it wasn't offside. Cucu was deep. Cucurella was deep. Vamos, Cucurella. Vamos, Cucurella. Con sus ojos claros. Con su risa bella. Vamos, Cucurella. Nice. Joe Pedro. Nice fighting. I like it. That's what we want to see. And that's the half. That press, that run, that intensity killed off the first half. Yes. 1-0. We are up, amigos. Let me see if I find a picture of Blue Demon. And it's a Mexican wrestler. Big up, Daniel Knights. Thanks for joining the feed. Don't forget to hit a like. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. I've seen you in the other channels at the Stanford Sync. I've seen you on the lives. Solid, man. I appreciate that, my good sir. You're a good man. We need the support. Let me see if I find this. First, I'm gonna share the mask because you see it's very applicable to a Chelsea. I just bought them. Okay. I was in Mexico and I bought a wrestler mask. I just realized I bought the wrong wrestler mask because Blue Demon should have been the one I bought, but I didn't know about Blue Demon until later. And the guy was like, "You have to buy the Blue Demon," and I didn't know what he meant. I just saw another blue mask from a guy called Mil Máscaras, 1,000 masks, and I bought that mask that I'm gonna throw on. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna throw it on during my streams or my lives or my videos. I may use it as a tool to be able to say what my alter ego, very angry, wants to say it sometimes, but I hold back because I'm trying to be nice and polite. Just throw on that mask and just go to town. And I think that might be how I use it, but I'll show it to you guys here in a minute. Let me see if I can get this picture. Save images. Let's see if it lets me load it into that. If I can show it. Actually, instead of, yeah. Maybe I can do this. And pop it up here. Will it let me? Will it let me? And boom. No, wrong screen. This guy right here. This guy right here is the Blue Demon, y'all. See that blue mask? I think I'm gonna buy one for Moy. I'm gonna have a Blue Demon mask made for Moy, have it sent to him. From all the Moy boys, a mask for the Blue Demon that today, again, is being a Blue Demon. An animal, a monster, getting us that amazing press that absolutely leads to a goal. Oh, I gotta stop the timer. I always get too carried away, see? Stop the clock, change the time, 45 minutes, ready for the next half. Booyakasha. 1-0. Look at that. I did go with the chicken and the blue heart at the bottom of the screen today. I started without it because I didn't want to come across too cocky. I didn't want to be like talking about all this chicken nonsense and the pigeons and all this stuff, beating up Tottenham, only to then lose the game and just be embarrassed. But I know I snuck it in during the stream if you guys noticed. Back to the Blue Demon. The Moy Boy. Everybody give it a like who hasn't given it a like. We're going to try to beat a record today. Let me see how I'm doing on them likes. 6. Give us a like, everybody. Give us a 7. Yes. Yes. Dude, every little thing is a win. Some of you guys will be like, what? 7 likes? Dude, I'm so proud of my 7 likes. I'm so proud that at some point, there's 4 of you there right here, right now. But there was like upwards of 8 of you. That sounds like very little, but to me, it's awesome. They're going over the goals. Let's have a look-see. 31st minute. Another press from Caicedo that led to an opportunity that Joe Pedro should have put away and he didn't. Then the second triple press from Caicedo. Stretching in. Showing flexibility. Awareness. Athleticism. Find Joe Pedro who cannot miss on the second one. And now for real. For the true. Scoring. See the difference? Joe Pedro lost the ball and his shoulders dropped like meh. But Moy, this is why I'm a Moy boy. It took him like not even a split second. There's no regret or whatever, or like, what did you do? No. He went, he ran, he pressed, recovered, he passed, assisted, goal. Papichuli. Beautiful cross. See, you guys, Malagusto gets beat up. Was that a cross by Malagusto? Yeah, man. He's a decent crosser of the ball, and he can beat his man, and he's very fast. We just don't like sending him wide too much. There's that one from Colomwani, who played wide. Kudus had that curler. Easy, but Sanchez did what he had to do, and we got the block. And isn't that what matters in the end, amigos? Isn't that the only thing that matters in the end? I think so. Now, I'm going to leave you with my little break. Halftime. Have a snack, amigos. Preferably don't leave the feed. Don't leave the stream. Preferably leave the nice little stream running while you go have yourself a snack, amigos. Because that helps me with my engagement time, my watch time. I'm in a battle, currently losing battle, to get enough watch hours to monetize. And maybe one day I can actually make a living and give you guys better content, better videos, be more available, not have to be away for another job, and I can be at every match. And for that, I need a like. 2 more of you join the feed right now. Thank you very much. Please give us a like. Refs need to get his eye checked. You mean that James thing? I've seen a couple. And I don't know why James walked away with a yellow from that interaction as well. I think he said something about his mama. That's the only thing that I can think of. Thank you for joining, Daniel. Thank you for dropping by, Mo. Appreciate it. I say it every time I see Mo's comments. Mo is the master of the Blue Lounge domain. He is the Blue Lounge. Great content. He invites other cool content creators, Chelsea creators, to come in and have a bit of a chit chat. And I join often, and I try to be polite and try not to be negative, because some of you that have already been joining me for a while on my videos know I am not a Blue Coat fan. I do not like the project, and that's the negative. But sometimes you're confused, because then you're like, Lewis, but you're like, yay, Chelsea. Of course, because I'm going to support my team till the death, even when it's a bunch of bums. My friend Dago that's on the call, he's from Ecuador, and he knows my team from Ecuador, because some ownership nonsense. James didn't get the yellow. I think it went to Trev. Oh, yeah. Let me check that. Let's check. Either way, I wonder. I didn't see why Trev got that yellow then. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention. Let me see what I see. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Let's see, Chelsea. It's funny, it's hard to find that stat on the... You're right, Trev got it, man. Blue Coat, Mo, you're one of mine now! I celebrated that just as much as the goal. I'm so happy to see you, dude. Thanks for joining. Makes me feel good that I have another Blue Coat in here with me. It's never gonna happen, and it's silly. And that's why other people say, like, why even bother saying it? I'm like, no, to put pressure on these fools. Of course. They need to know we don't like it. At the very least. And maybe that pressure could lead to some change in time. One day, someday. Yeah, Trev on the yellow. I didn't see what he did. I didn't see what he did to earn that yellow. I don't know if it was deserved or earned. There's a difference between deserved and earned. You earned it if you did the right thing in a yellow that saved our ass. And deserved, like, it could be earned but not deserved, but deserved. And deserved is he did dumb, but he deserved it. And I just don't want to see any reds today, mates. Amigos, no more reds. No more reds. We're Liam Delabs. Oh, I promised I would talk about that. And Liam Delap, the tricky part about it is not that he got a red card, because that's how we do nowadays. That's how we roll up in here as Chelsea. It's stupid. It's insane. But yes, he got a red card from 2 yellows, both of them avoidable. What's interesting about it is that many consider that Maresca trashed them after it and threw him into the wall, threw him to the wolves. And today in the press conference, that's what half of the time was spent on, asking about why did you pretty much why are you throwing him into the wolves? Like, is he particularly bad or evil? You have a discipline problem? Is he part of the problem? But they were veiling a criticism at Maresca for indiscipline. And if what my friend Mo is saying right now is that it was dissent from Chalobah, that speaks to the discipline. But the veiled sort of slap in the face to Maresca that I don't think he appreciated was that they were saying that was kind of weak for you to shit all over Liam Delap in your commentary after the game. And what I think it's sort of tricky there is that not only that, but he was red carded too. Like, there's been 7 red cards in a span of 8 games or something stupid like that. Maresca being one of them, unnecessary, stupid red card. But you went out and you trashed the lap, and what about him? And he didn't trash other players, right? And he defended that very poorly, in my opinion, because he's right about what he said, but still. And he was like, yeah, but there's different kinds of red cards. You can get a red card, that's avoidable, and some that are not avoidable, and insinuating that his were avoidable. Regardless, man, sometimes you need your coach at this stage. I don't know. He has to assume the responsibility for this record-breaking red cards, 1. And 2, what you would have seen, I don't know, we're always going to refer to Mourinho as Chelsea fans. But he would have said some stuff, some insane shit. He's like, of course I have these red cards because these refs get paid off and they're criminals, whatever. I don't know, he would have said some mad thing just to take the pressure off his team, which is kind of the opposite. I don't think people need to be held accountable for their actions, absolutely. But the criticism there, in any case, is that he's not standing up for his team. The veiled criticism, if you ask me, from the press, and he spent half the time doing it. But other than that, yeah, it's insane. That's why we don't have the lap. And I don't even know what you have done with the lap, honestly. I think the right thing would have been to play him as the 9 and Joao Pedro in behind him as the 10. But I don't know. He really loves Fernandez. And Fernandez, I'm not that convinced on him today, to be honest. But we're getting the result, and that's all that matters. Changes. Changes. I think it's okay to wait to see what Thomas Frank does for the second half, how he comes out, but not wait too long. I think Garnacho looks like the one that is called to change and score, but he hasn't been able to do it. He's the one that's finding himself in space. Again, Fernandez, he probably won't come out, but I think something can happen there. We all want to see Estevao. We all want to see Estevao, not at a high-risk change or something silly. Gusto had a couple of errors there, but I think he's playing a very important role that many of us don't understand on the field. I'm at 8 likes. 2 more, amigos. I know you can't double like me, but I double like you. Amigo Dago, you just realized I have 24,500 subs. Amigo, thank you. Thank you very much for celebrating that. That means a lot coming from you, actually. So I appreciate it. Yeah, we're working on it, man. Little by little, day by day. I'm just so happy that that amount of people, I don't know, saw something that they liked, a particular video or a live, and decided to join me. I just hope that many more join. I'm not that worried more about subscribers anymore, to be honest. I'd like to get this live thing going more and more because it's so fun to be able to chat with you guys while we're watching the game together. It's about community to me. It's about people, and that's one. I haven't had a chance. Let me go get a water break. I'll be back very promptly, amigos. The half's about to start. Let me go get some water. All right, we're going to be kicking off. Kicking off. Okay, we're off. Second half, kicking off. We are back. Let's see if our clock kicked off properly. Let's get rid of this halftime break things. 45-40. I'm off by like 2 seconds. Let me try to fix that. But we're close, amigos. I'm at 45, 52, 53, 54. So I'll fix that right now. James, why'd you hold back on that? Okay, to play Fernandez, who makes a terrible pass. Fernandez is not on. Fernandez is not on. One more for 10 likes. Yes. 9. Vamos. All right, one more like, guys, and I get my numbers for today. My goal today was 10 likes. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Moy. Draws a yellow card, but at what price? We don't like that. Well, let me fix the time. Okay, now my time is fixed. I was a little bit off by 2 or 3 seconds, but now that's matching exactly my feed. Pedro Neto, Reece James on the ball. From there, it has to be Reece. Weird play. I don't get it. We called Malagusto in to make that pass. Very interesting choice for a set piece. Very interesting choice. See, if I had that blue demon mask on, I would say different. I would express myself differently about that choice. to have him put in that cross rather than restrain James. Not okay. V5 Fofana. Look at that turn by Caicedo, who plays into space. Enzo, this is your game, Enzo. That was a terrible choice, Enzo Fernandez. That was a terrible choice. You slowed down the play and took a shit shot. Sorry. You slowed down the play and took a less than ideal shot. After Caicedo fed you a great opportunity to play two runners that you had running into the box. Very difficult passes to play, but he's got the skill to do it. V5 Fofana clears it. Let's see. Pedro there. I trust Pedro defensively, not as like to be a defender, but certainly in his defensive duties as a winger. I think he's very aware. I got 10. Woohoo! Tago! I met my goal. Thank you so much, guys. I got myself some 10 likes. Don't stop liking. If you joined the feed and the stream and you haven't liked, please go ahead. But now I can die a happy man. Chelsea are winning 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 likes, 10. Doesn't get better than that. Well, yeah, it'll get better. It will get better because we'll get more likes. But more than that, I actually care that we're going to get more goals. Set piece coming in. Our favorite. Terrified. Let's see how we set up. We have a mix of like zone and man-to-man. So we're taking a couple of people on man-to-man and then zone. Sanchez comes out, clears it. Done. Business done. Again, thank you, Dago, for being aware. And if you contributed to that. Because you reminded me of my subscribers. You reminded me of my likes. That reminds me to ask. And sometimes you ask, you get. Either because somebody friendly joins and just gives you a like because they heard you're needing one. Or they're just watching and haven't forgotten to give you a like. Long throw in. I hate them. They're in. And how does that happen? That's my point. How can you lob in? How can you lob in a long throw and it bounces on the penalty spot? How's that even possible? That's lucky. Look at that. Let's look at that long throw in again. Look. Who attacks it? Nobody. That's insane. Like, who's Fofana jumping? Where's Chalobah? Caicedo didn't go out. Caicedo at least is aware for the second ball to clear it. That was really poor from Betancourt from Spurs, if you ask me. The ball, that's a missed chance, in my opinion. If he took 2 steps forward, he could have headed it. If he just didn't suck at football, he could have just put his foot through it. He had a ball fall at his feet, be closer than the penalty spot. See, thank you, Pedro Porro, for sucking. That was a great play. Nobody was marking that man. We're defending poorly, amigos. We're defending poorly all of a sudden. Unsurprising. And we did a decent job in the first half. And, you know, it's hard to defend being any team for long periods of time. And certainly us that we're still working on it. Okay. Now we're getting a higher press from Spurs. Clear it, son. There you go. Good job, James. Those balls you clear. You don't play around with. Smack that B. Clear it. Vicario. Spurs making poor choices in playing out, if you ask me personally. Uh-oh. Played himself into a corner unnecessarily. We pinned him into his own corner. What a schmuck. He doesn't play out. We recover the ball. We try to get a throw in and we don't. But we're in possession. Bad possession, but we're in possession. Ooh, don't lose the ball. There we go. Okay. Find a way to play out of there. Play out of there. There we go. Okay. Good. Safe possession. Edge of the box. James, cross in. Nice! Enzo Fernandez. Puts a bit of a header. Let's see. Ooh, ran in really well. He's good at that, you know. He's good at that. Garnacho complaining he didn't get the ball, or that Fernandez didn't leave it for him. Fair. I think we're looking for this second half, from what I've seen right now. We want Fernandez in. Which, look, Garnacho and Pedro have been able to break through, but wide. Somebody needs to run into the middle, and if Joao Pedro's going to run deep, yeah, it's going to be Fernandez that arrives into to close those, cerrar la pinza, to close those balls coming in a little late into the box. He ran into the 9th position on that ball. Straight up. Enzo Fernandez, I think they're bringing up his stats. Decent stats. Look at that space. Look at all that space. Gusto chooses to run into it. I don't think he's allowed to. There you go. Play it off and go back. Oh, no. He's still playing wide. Pedro Neto cuts in, which I don't like. He's looking for Garnacho. Maybe it'll work out. I mean, Garnacho's in space. They're giving him space. That's why I'm saying we need Garnacho to do it, to seal this game. Xavi Simmons blows at playing soccer. Thank El Lord that he's displaying that same level at this game. Goku under pressure, poor pass, but Garni, right, good man. Good man, runs back, wins it back, doesn't risk it. Sanchez looking for a long ball into a lot of space. That's the second time Spurs has allowed that ball. But the Vicar's been sharp. I wonder if Chelsea fans, would you take the Vicar as our goalkeeper? Tommy T, we love you, Tommy Tuchel. We love you, son. There we go. Wow. Is that Caicedo? No, that's Chalobah. Fernandez. Get ourselves a throw in? No, they got a throw in. To prove I'm in Colombia, amigos, I'm drinking this. It's those things that I don't even know the flavor. It just tastes the color. It tastes like this color, like an orangey red, and it's a 0, no calorie. Probably disgusting, but like good disgusting. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Bad pass. I think that was Malo Gusto. Ooh, Pedro fights it hard. Oh my God. Pedro took the shot on target. Nobody was free. Garnacho was complaining, but I don't know. Let's see. Oof. Joao Pedro was tough. Okay, Garnacho in space again. Nice ball in. That was a good cross, Garnacho. That was a poor finish, Pedro. Or something happened. We got to take those, amigos. We got to take those. Man, Spurs are screwing up really bad. You got to punish them right now. Right now. Ooh, was a little bit behind him. He tried to slow down and catch it, but he couldn't. Okay. That is us, for example, not having great patterns of play, but Spurs screwing up, playing out, giving us opportunities. Come to think of it, that's how the goal happened. Here comes disgusting Cuti Romero. I hate that guy. Again, I would have him if I have him on my team, I wouldn't hate him. But he's a nasty little git. He's going to come in man for man, I assume, to provide better coverage in the back. Ooh, nice play. They played around Cucurella, and they played nicely into the box. Sar to Kudus at the edge of the box. Simmons plays a decent ball, but Chalo bam. Chalo viene. Clears it. Just like we needed to, son. Another set piece. This is where it gets slightly terrifying, brothers, sisters. Let's see what happens now. I hope it's not one of these. Did Romero come in? All right. Okay. Nicely playing out in space. 3-on-3. Garni on the right-hand side. He beats his man and earns a yellow card. That Spurs. That's a yellow. Exactly. Exactamundo. And the pundit that I'm listening to, he's like, Garnacho would have been one-on-one with the keeper. I don't know what would have happened. I think I know what would have happened. So I think the yellow is a good deal. Xavi Simons. The center back was still there. He had coverage. He had a second player coming in to provide coverage. No. Richarlison. One of the best goals in World Cups scored by this fool. And he had times at Tottenham where he did the business. And I think he started the season. Was it? I get confused at this point. The point is, he hasn't fulfilled the promise of what he could have brought to the table. Benevento, El Cuti, dirty bastard butcher Romero. These two on the set piece. Again. Please don't give it to Malo Gusto to cross. To pass when you have Reece James on the right-hand side. I think this is going to fall to Garnacho after a rebound. He's alone in space. That's weird defending from Spurs. I think this is an opportunity. What a horrible cross, Reece James. Why do you make me look so bad? Why would you do that? I was just saying good things about you. You should have given it to Malo Gusto, man. You should have given it to Malo Gusto. Cuti Romero. Okay, they're going to play out the back. I don't think they should have done that. Especially with this guy that just came off the bench. You need to get in the game a little bit, but Cuckoo on the press. Garnacho recovers. Do we get it? Yes, we do. James, don't stop. Foul on James. They're cutting up play quite a little bit. They're not letting us play through. Fair enough. And of course, Guti, it took just seconds to do something dirty. Freaking butcher. I don't know why I hate him so much. I've seen him foul Chelsea players so bad so many times. Come in with both feet. Studs up. Dude's dirty. Like, I saw him stomp Enzo Fernandez, which is his friend. There's no friends on the field, but still. I don't know about these weird plays we're trying to do. We're very spread out, which makes us susceptible. What are we doing? What are we doing, dude? What are we doing? Okay. So we're not putting balls into the box. Are we? Garni. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a great ball, but... Garnacho. Cuti Romero. Playing out the back. Please keep playing out the back. Because you're sucking right now. Another Caicedo interception. No foul. They're not going to give that to you in the Premier League, Papi. Just a little push. That's how we roll. Cuckoo takes a very risky pass unnecessarily into the middle. And Spurs recover the ball. Denzel. Yeah, Spurs are kind of sucking. And they're trying to play out the back. Maresca identified the space in front of Cucurella and is pressing who? Fernandez, bullying Fernandez into cover that spot, which he does now. Guti Romero. Pedro Porro. Okay, these are the dangerous ones again. Set piece from afar, loud ball into the box. Let me think. What are we going to do about that? What are we going to do about that? We are in the 63rd minute. No change, no substitutions at Chelsea. They substituted their left wing and brought in Romero to reinforce the back. You would assume if they substituted their left wing, they're going to try to play in behind Neto. I don't understand why they would make that change, but let's see. They play a weird ball also. They don't play it in the box, which is dumb to not do that against Chelsea. And you're just allowing us a chance for recovery. And Cuckoo does. Now they get a throw in. That was dumb, Tottenham. Thank you. Yeah, they can't get more than 2 passes together. Our press is working, and they're trying to play out the back, which is dumb, and not taking advantage of set pieces the way they should. They played short twice against a team that has one of the worst defensive records on set pieces in the Premier League. Why would you do that, Tottenham? Because you love losing to Chelsea, and we love whipping your ass every time. Whipping that ass. Here goes the long throw-in. Everybody's a long throw-in expert now. Here we go. Let's see what this guy's got. Pedro Porro. That one doesn't count, by the way. Oh, okay. Nothing happened. I saw a little shenanigans in the box, got a little nervous. You know, they need to start looking at the rules for throw-ins again and the technique. Because we stopped throwing in long throws for the longest time, now we brought them back. And what happens then is the rules used to be, because I'm old, guys, but the rules used to be both feet have to be planted on the ground all the way until you release the ball. And it has to be done with your hands. It has to be done above your head. It has to be both hands. It has to be centered. And now that everybody's eager for this throw, it's like we saw Pedro Porro. It looks like it's not his strong suit. He had one foot lifted. Garnacho against Psycho Pissed. Man, he's not happy. And to be fair, he was doing well. But he's not happy that he's getting taken out. The smitten kitten comes in. We have a bit of a change. I'm actually happy to see that because they haven't made any changes on that side of the pitch. So the legs should be lagging. And the smitten kitten can give us a little something. Look at angry Garnacho. Is you and your brother gonna get on social media now and start talking ish? Don't do that. Don't do that, Garnacho. Put your head down. Keep working. You weren't beating your man today either, man. You had a decent game, but you're not doing anything special with all the space and opportunity that we're opening up for that left wing. Let's see if the smitten kitten's got something different to do today against the players that will start to tire unless Thomas Frank changes something on that side. Cucurella clears. The game's just a mess right now. Sloppy. But that, I guess, may favor us as long as we don't give them any clarity. Cuckoo. Let's see what we do to play out here. Cuckoo. Hold up play by Fernandez. Decent for a little guy. What did Enzo do? Who got the yellow? Enzo? I think Enzo might be ready to go out. Oh, man. Palhinha's like suffering. And handbags. Chelsea, don't fall into this trap. Don't fall into this trap. Don't fall into this trap. We don't need yellow cards. We don't need red cards. We don't want you to need fights. Please hang in there. Don't give away the result. We're winning 1-0. We got to keep it. Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. Let's see. I get blocked. Did he kick him in the thigh? Let's see. He goes up high, but he's not. I don't think he's like fully extended. I think he just leaves his leg up. It's still. Please don't go to VAR. This would be just hilarious if we get a red card. I'm actually open to it. I'm okay if we get a red card, amigos. No, I'm not okay. I'll be super pissed, but I'll be like, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, here we go. Why would they not lob the ball into the box? Let's see what they do, Spurs now. This one's far. I get it. It might be a two-touch. It's not. Nice. But poor cross. A good idea, poor cross. Now we're into space. Nicely played into Pedro. You do it what Garnacho doesn't do. Oh my God! What are you doing? What a poor touch. We need to punish these fools. I always claim we don't have. Oh, what a play by Spurs and what a recovery. That has to be James. Only he would do body check a fool like that easy. Enzo. He's not that sharp right now. Ooh, and a lot of space in behind Cucurella. Kudus. Richarlison smart enough to run into that space also. He's going to win that in the air. And Romero's a good defender, man. That's what I'm saying. Joe Pedro tried to make a fool out of him, but he came in hard, he came in strong, cleared the ball. And I'll tell you this, if he would have been able to chip it over him, Romero would have smacked him in the ankle or something and stopped the play. He's the baller, the player, but not both go through kind of a guy. Chalova clears. So either we take control of the ball in possession, or we're more aggressive on the counter, playing the balls quicker. But this in the middle stuff, oh, Caicedo, terrible mistake. He received the ball under pressure from Sanchez and didn't do well. Sanchez, okay. This is what I'm saying. Why is everybody there? Nice ball from Sanchez into Pedro. Pedro, okay, now. Dude, Spence is a decent player, man. I knew nothing of Spence, to be honest. Pedro Porro. Just so you all know that don't speak Spanish, Porro means joint in Spanish, like a rolly. What are you doing, Chalova? That was just too risky. And he runs up the field and he draws a foul. Okay. You made me poop my pants a little bit, like 3%. 10 milliliters. But okay, here comes the big changes for Thomas Frank. And this is what I think Maresca is going to react to. He should have reacted to what was happening, but it's okay that he held off to not right now to see what this is. Fair enough. But it has to happen now. It has to happen alongside these changes. Xavi Simons in and out the same match. That dude is not having a good time in England. Some people, they're not suited for the Premier League. Some people are not suited for the weather, the culture, the culture shock, the change. And sometimes people, we forget this about football players, man. They've got personal lives. I don't know if you guys saw that interview with Felipe Luis, which was an amazing left back that played for Chelsea, but never played to the level that he could have or should have. Colomwani, Simmons, and Porro out. Johnson, Odobert, and Udogie. Interesting. A mix of players there. And he apologized pretty much to the Chelsea fans on that pod, saying, "Look, man, I didn't deliver at Chelsea what I could have delivered. I didn't play to my level." And he didn't give detail, obviously, but he was like, "Dude, I just had I wasn't myself. I had some personal stuff going on. You know, it was a bad time in my life or whatever." And he didn't deliver because he was an amazing left back, very solid. I think Mourinho brought him. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's off the field stuff that happens. Nice. Smitten Kitten. Nicely. Oh, pégale. Yes! No. Onto the keeper. I liked what I saw. Come on. Woo! James, he was the right guy for that shot. See, that's beauty. That's a play. Excellent from Enzo playing the Kitten in. He does an amazing pass. And the flit from Joao is great. And the presence of mind of Enzo to know he doesn't have space. And play Pedro was great. He didn't expect it. Oh, that was a nice play. That's what you want to see. You know, if it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. But that's what you want to see. Cucurella draws a lot of fouls in football. I've heard a lot of people say he's just not a likable fella to the opposition. Look at that. That was just uncalled for. That's the kind of thing that they just dislike you. And they don't like your hair. People are truly speaking of hair. I'm going to hold up my hair because I don't want to get some bad juju. Who are we bringing on? Romeo. Romeo. Oh, my Romeo. I think it's going to be Fernandez. No. Actually, it should be Fernandez, but no. He's going to take out James to not get hurt. Who we have a yellow? Chalaba and Fernandez. That's double reason for it to be Fernandez, but I think it's going to be James. Let's see what he does. See what he does, amigos. Lavia's coming in. That we do know. Lavia. 4. Malo Gusto. Interesting. So straight up DM. That means we'll see James bomb forward? Or just be very conservative? Maresca been very defensive in some of his changes in most of his matches. So you would think that, yeah, Reese is going to go to right back, but Gusto ringing up the crowd. Good job, young man. Let's hope we can hold on to this result. That was dumb from Joao Pedro. Smitten Kitten in space. He controls the ball, which he does. Okay. Beat your man. There you go. Good man. It's okay. He didn't beat his man, but he tried. All right. That's 1. You can fail like 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3. As long as you beat your man once, clearly, nicely, once every 3. Fair stats for wingers. This Spence has been all over the field, man. Cuckoo, get up, man. I know you're gonna get slapped around every day of your life. It's part of your life. Do it. Reece James, please tell me you did not elbow this dude in the net. I hope that just looked that way. Reece finds the Kitten. Nice ball, Reece. Okay. That seems like too many people in there. Not enough room. Play the Kitten. What are you doing there? Play the Kitten and play out. Play out of that corner. I don't like that corner. Okay, we drew a free kick. Ari! Spence. Dude, Cucurella. Why is Cucurella so hateable? Why is Cucurella so... Why do so many people hate Cucurella? Some people, there's theories that say it's his hair. And he's like a little annoying how he runs, whatever, with his hair. I get it. and he's like pestering and running all over the place, and he's like a little tiny guy. Like, I get why he could be annoying to people. Maybe he'll draw a penalty for us right now, or a red card with his hair. A nice little hair pull, give us a little set piece. Oh, weird. To get into that, wasn't ready for it. He got surprised, but he beat his man and he put in the cross. That's what I'm talking about, son. It's sort of a wasted play, but we're back. Fee-fi fo-fana. Enzo's fighting, man. I mean, he's running, he's trying. He had a couple of great plays. That's the thing. He's got that assist in him and a goal in him, too. Covers some ground. That was a bad cross, Lavia. I mean, it's a good idea, but... Fee-fi-fo-fana. Into the second post. Guti Romero. Betancourt. That was Betancourt. It's not a bad defense. Van de Ven. I like this Spence guy now. I saw him on the left. I saw him on the right. Good coach. I still hate you, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm sorry. I'm just supposed to. I was born blue. Born blue. I was born, naturally born. Born blue. Born blue. Such a thing. I guess I was born, naturally born. Born blue. I'm terrified of the mistake, playing out the back, and we made it. But we don't get punished. Chalava clears it and yells at someone. Moy seems a little tired. So does Enzo, to be honest. But Enzo's still running. I said this before the stream started. I was telling you guys, I'm really worried that Moy has been carrying a bit of an injury. The Vicar tries to play that ball. That should be just one by Fofana, which he does. If you guys remember, Fofana was a decent right center back on a line of three. And he's got speed. Lavia, you need to jump straight into this game. Good job, James. Man, this looks like Sunday League all of a sudden. Everybody's just like smacking the ball wherever. 10 minutes to go, amigos. 10 minutes to go, and we're winning away at the Chicken Coop 3-point lane. Now, like at this stage. Oh, James going for a long throw in? No, he's not. At this stage, we can't draw or lose this match. That's where the criticism will kill us. The whole no experience, can't hold on to a result, man, blah, blah, blah. They'll slaughter us. It's too late. Like, if you could have drawn and gave up the goal, but with less than 10 minutes to go, 1-0 up, away, you have to make it happen. You have to hang in there. The job is 90% done. You can't F up now. Nice ball. No. Good idea. Bad execution from Caicedo. Trying to find Pedro Neto in behind. That dude's still running. Pedro Neto's still running. Richarlison loses against Fofana in the air, so good job, Fofana. Lavia puts the body in really... Pedro Neto misses the ball. I don't think it was just he threw a rock at him. The Vicar. Vicario. Waits too long. Plays onto his left. And again, Fofana beats Richarlison. Good job, son. Keeping Richarlison quiet. The Vicar. Terrible Cuti Romero. Into, obviously, Caicedo recovers in the middle. James to Pedro, who's been a little loose the last couple of minutes. Not too... Oh, but he beats his man. Turns him. Got 3 men on him. It looks like we're gonna hold this. We're gonna try to hold this result. Oof. Fee, fi, fo, fana. Okay, we got an injured player. So we play out the ball. I think Pedro Neto needs to go, man. I know he's doing a great job defensively. Well, the problem is who we're gonna play there, Esteval. And defensively, I don't know. Let me think. I mean, he's probably making it up to just burn some time, which is good. To lose, just bringing some of them black arts into the game. But this is an example where I want to see Esteval, but I don't know if I want to see him on the right unless Pedro Neto's tired. If Pedro Neto's tired, yes, bring on Esteval. But if not, Esteval doesn't have the same defensive awareness Pedro Neto does. We're seeing out this game, guys. 6 minutes, 5.5 something of regular time. I don't. Good job again. Caicedo intercepts. Gittins. Okay, he got fouled. Spence intense. Intense Spence. Here's Esteval. Esteval coming in for Pedro Neto. Yeah, I said he's tired. I'm worried defensively, but the instruction there has to be Esteval, Esteval, Esteval. Esteval, Esteval, Esteval. Do your defensive duties first, because we're winning. You don't need to go out crazy to win this match. It's already in the bag. Lavia, you need to drop back to provide coverage behind Esteval. To cover that right back, that right wing slot defensively if he cuts into the 10, which he likes to do. I wish they would listen. Nobody's listening to me. But I think that's what he said to him. Cucurella. Smitten Kitten. Nice. Joe Pedro does well. Fernandez in the box. Poor. Richarlison. Bien, Caicedo. You got to stop him there. What happened? That wasn't that obvious of a foul. Okay, but the ref slowed down the game. Why? Because they hit the ref? Okay. Spence plays long into Richarlison, who does a nice little flick, and they beat our line. Terrible cross in, Johnson. Thank you. Long Johnson. Oh, my God, I lost the like, man. That's messed up. I lost the like. I didn't hit my 10 mark. Well, I hit my 10 mark. Now I'm at 9 likes. So if any of you are on the feed and haven't given us a like, give us a like. FFB, amigos. And bring me back to that 10, magical 10 I was looking for today. But I know I hit it. So in my heart, I'm taking that with me. And I'm hoping to take a 1-0 win as well. Second post, straight into Sanchez's hands, who looks up to play quickly again. And I would only expect to see Esteval making that run at this stage of the game. Cucurella indicates play long. They seem to be a mess in the back line of Spurs, so we got to take advantage of that. Dude, Caicedo, always such composure. Okay, tossing. Tossing Mr. Salad. Estevao. Oh, I'm so happy to see him all again. See, he's just dangerous. He's dangerous, man. He's dangerous. Scary, scary, dangerous. That's what I like about him. But there's always going to be space in behind him because he's going to run at his man. Why Fofana out? That's weird, man. Why is Fofana out? At the 88th minute. If it's not an injury? Those mini shin pads. Why is Fofana coming out? I'd really like... Sometimes I need to know. Maresca, I need to know. I want to know what turns you on. I need to know some of these things. That one I'm not even... Yeah, I'm terrified of. To bring in a setter back. Not an added to make a line of 3 or anything like that. Just... dude, they hung out. I guess... Is it the long? He's expecting long balls in the aerial balls, which he's right. They were coming in. They were trying to find Richarlison in the air, but Fofana beat his man almost every time. Let's see how many minutes we're gonna get. I got the over on 5. Doing 5 minutes. Just because they want me to suffer that long. I'm working on it. I meet Bello Bamawo. Why? If you got any tips? Give us a like, Bamalo. Give us a like, son. Give us a dislike. Ooh, Moises. The power. Please don't get hurt, Moises Caicedo. I can't suffer like this every match. Wow, James, powerful, dude. Just a powerful dude all around. Okay, 6 minutes. I told you guys the over on 5. I knew it was going to be 5-6 minutes. I wish we could just let Caicedo get a break. Give him some, they give him some of that juice. Give him some electrolytes. Look at the... Yeah, you have to be awake, Joe Pedro. Excellent. We're doing an excellent job in smothering Richarlison, which is the one that they're looking for. They're trying to find Richarlison in space to hold up and play everybody through, but we're doing really well. Fofana, that's what I'm saying. He did really well to beat him in the air a couple of times and hold him off. Okay, 92. So 4 minutes to go. I still don't get it. What do they do that? Spurs, that's been very innocent, if you ask me. Very dumb. And Maresca saying, yeah, come press. Get the offside. No, they didn't do the offside. Okay. That was so stupid, Spurs. That was just dumb. Okay, play him through. Play him through. You can't. This is your goal, Joe. You can't miss this. You can't miss this. Kittens, you mother... What the actual We better not. We better not. We better not draw this game right now because that was unacceptable. Okay, what about now? Joe Pedro! ¡Qué hijo de... What the... Do. What is happening? That is very disappointing. We can't miss those chances like that. This game should be over. Now we got to play 3-4 minutes more because he's not going to stop at 96. He's going to stop at 97, 98. I'm telling you right now. Imagine it's 98. We have to play. It's going to stop at 98, 99. But I think he's going to do it at 97. Past 97. Between 97 and 98. Which gives at least one, if not two plays to Spurs. Which, to be honest, are sucking really bad. They've got nothing. And they're making very stupid decisions with their set pieces. And that's what Dawson came in to do, to head the ball like that out. Mr. Salad. Monsieur Salad. Come on. Yes. Power, James. I'm very disappointed. I'm kind of upset right now at those misses at the end. That's just not... A lot of one-on-ones we missed today. I would say 3. Clear. That can't happen. That can't happen. I don't care if you're 12 years old Gittins. You can't miss that. Joe Pedro, you're an elite Premier League striker. You can't miss those. Okay. Estevao. He's such a problem. Problem child. Problema. He's a problem. That's the whole thing, right? I mean, about bringing in Pedro, taking out Pedro because he was tired. He defends really well. But if you have a guy like Estevao, he's effectively played a major part in pinning these fools back for these last few minutes. And he's going to draw fouls, and he's going to make life difficult. He's going to make them nervous. Not going to let them play out because he's such a threat. We got punched in the nose, on the mouth. We got smacked in the mouth. This is the kind of stuff. Okay, so our guy's out. We got one man less. Exactly, Joe Pedro. Drop deeper. Set up. That was so dumb, Vicario. That's what I'm saying about Spurs. They've been horrendous. Just bad. Okay, James. Man. They're going to add 2 minutes because we've been, like, slowly killing out this game. Enzo and Estevao. Talent. We've got some talent. I'm so excited for Estevao. I really hope we get to a place where we see him more and more time on the field. I know Chelsea fans, that pisses us off because we really like the guy and we believe in him. We think he's special. Oh, wow. He ended it. Generous, actually. Tottenham weren't doing anything. Anyway, amigos, we got this. We got the 3 points. We had ourselves some chicken. We ate at the chicken coop. A result that we needed. What does this do for the table? Let's look at the table first. I think that's the most important thing. What's happened with the other matches? Thank you. First of all, thank you everybody that joined the live today. Thank you for the current people that are still hanging out in the live. Much appreciated. We had a lot of fun. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. keep joining the lives. I apologize for not being the last couple of lives. Many of you noticed already and told me, why weren't you at the lives? I was traveling. I had to do some other stuff, work stuff. But I was very fortunate that a good friend, Matt, from the Stamford Sink, covered for me. He's a really good dude, good football knowledge, Chelsea fan. That's what matters the most. All right, Chelsea are now in fourth place as we stand right now. That was very important that we took this match today. So we're technically in top four, but Man City still to play. And Liverpool still to play. So, I don't know. Doesn't mean we're necessarily going to do better than we are right now. That we're going to do better on. But we're going to be in and about. Mentally, it's really important to be up there. It's already 10 matches in. So, that's 20%, 25% almost of the season gone. So, it's kind of an indicator. A lot of people talk about the first 10 matches. I know some people are going to say, look, we're 1 point better than we were last season right now at this stage. And I think that's kind of a silly thing to say with only 10 matches in. I think you can say that once you've played everybody once, but even then it matters if it's home and away. And I think the fixtures matter and who have you played and how those teams are doing this season. However, we managed to sneak in, at least temporarily, into the top four. Very happy to see that. Concerns, we didn't score. We didn't take advantage of some that we did. I have to now go work on the post-match, so I don't want to give you too much. Again, just thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, amigos. To all the Chelsea fans out there, thank you for joining the stream. I will continue to do my best and make the best videos that I can for you. And as always, come on, you Blues.